Okay, everyone. Let's talk about how to read the z-table. Now, first, this is what a z-distribution is like. It's a normal distribution. Any distribution with a mean and a standard deviation can be converted into z-distribution. Okay, just so you know, you gotta remember that. And that process is called standardization. More about that later. But now, as you can see, z-distribution has a mean of 0 and a standard deviation of 1, right? And on the right-hand side will be positive values, so positive 1, 2, and 3. And on the left-hand side will be negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, and so on and so forth. So now let's take a look at the z-table. This is a more, as I said, a more commonly used version. It's available online. So now take a look at this. Take a look at this z-scores right here. This is the z-score. So for example, let's take the z-score of negative 3.49. Now this score is a very far left, okay? And you can see negative 3.49, the correspond a number is 0.0002. That means if this is the z-score of negative 3.49, then this portion relatively to the whole distribution will be only 0.02%. Okay, let's take a look at another score. So for example, how about negative 2.51? Okay, so negative 2.51. Now this is 0.0060. That means suppose if this z-score is negative 2.51, then this area is 0.6% relative to the whole area. Okay. Take another one. So now this time is negative 2.30. Okay, so right here, negative 2.30. That is 0.0107. So that means if this z-score is a negative 2.30, then this area is 1.07% relative to the whole area. Now, how about this blank area? If this area, shaded area, is 1.07%, how about this area? Now, all we need to do is put out this calculator. And I use 100 to minus 1.07. That's 98.93. That means that this blank area will be 98.93%. Okay, so now let's move on to let's try some positive z-score. So as you can see, this is above the mean, or this is the mean. Now the z-score is above the mean. So let's say if there's a z-score of 1.2, how about that? So actually, let's make it easier. 1.02. All right, so 1.02 is right here, 0.8461. That means that this, suppose that this z-score is 1.02, then this shaded area will be 84.61%. So this blank area, all we need to do, of course, will be 100 minus 84.61. So 15.39. So this area will be 15.39. Okay, so it's that easy. Now finally, let me show you this question. Suppose look back in this z distribution. Suppose I want to know the area, one standard deviation above and below the mean, right? Okay, so it's like this. Suppose I want to know, right? This is the mean. So I want to know the percentage of this area. Now, how do we find out? But there are different ways to find out, but let me show you one way. Let's take a look at the one standard deviation and the percentage associated with it. So one standard deviation above the mean is 84.13. Now 84.13 is including this 50%, right? So in other words, this area will be 84.13 minus 50%. So it's a 34.13, right? Right here. So, but I want to know is one standard deviation above and below the mean. So all we need to do is times 2. 68.26. So this whole area is a 68.26% relative to the whole distribution.